a sip and take it on. Kauffie, Kauffie Company, yeah, oh yeah, it's the Kauffie Company. Whoa, it's the Kauffie Company. Whoa, Kauffie,
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the Kauffie Company. It is Tuesday, the 10th of February, and it is... Oh, what is it? It's a very wet 11 degrees centigrade. There is a 70% chance of rain at 3... Oh, God. I forgot it's going to rain all evening this evening, isn't it? We're back here. I'm going to Spurs later. Why do I do it to myself? Why? Why do I do it to myself? We're back at Spurs later. It's in the title. ClickBait. Normalise ClickBait. But we're back here today. I've got a cup of coffee. I've got an espresso today because I need a bit of a push. In the words of Fraser, a bit of a push. And we're going to have a good day. There's nothing we're going to talk about. Anyone wants to talk about anything, I've put the Spurs game in the title because clickbait. I'm not one of these people that hides my clickbait. I put clickbait because everyone does that. I should do like the things. This is insane. I should put it in my title and put silly face, but I'm not going to do it yet. Maybe I will. But let's see who's in the chat to take us through the show. Thank you for all of those that are coming over from Auntie Kate's show. Big up to Auntie Kate and Jimbo. Good to see you too. Hopefully all well. Stew Boys in the house. YouTube member, our first one clocking in for the day. We've got Nuggets in the house. Good to see her. Good to see you, Nugget. We have Shemtangs in the house. Good to see you, Mr. Ben Giovanni. Hope you're well. I'm doing good. I'm a bit tired. Although I got more sleep last night because Miss Mickey is on her work travels. I miss Mickey a lot. I miss her a lot. It's not the same. But I got more sleep, but it's less good sleep. It's really weird. I'd rather have less sleep, but it be good sleep than more sleep, but bad sleep. But I miss her. Atavra from Wembley 1. Good to see it. Afternoon, Ben and all. Dr. Tottenham home surgery this evening. Indeed. Machina Joe. Good day, mate. Good day. Because you're saying it's Wednesday. I believe you're in Australia. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. Good to see all of my Wednesdayers, as it were. Good to see you. We got Ian Ferguson's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. YouTube member. Good to see ya. The snow is finally melting. Yes. Spring is on its way. Easter eggs are cut. Well, you know, Easter eggs have been in the shop since the 26th of December. Well, that's if you want to hear about that, you listen to yesterday's show. We won't talk about that again today. Good to see ya. We have Auntie Kate's in the house. Good to see ya. Hopefully you're well. It's Wednesday. Big up the Wednesdayers. No Golo is bagging from the Guardians of the Pombo. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. I don't think he is bagging tonight. I hope so. We should tell No Golo Muani that we're actually playing Juventus tonight. We should tell him we're playing Juventus and then he'll score a hat-trick. 100%. 100%. We're playing Juventus. We have Kate Rixham's in the house. Good to see her. Hopefully you're well. I'm good. Morning, Mr. Jason Bell. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. YouTube member, Jimbo, brought me an Easter egg. Big up to Mr. Jimbo. Was it a tasty one? I like the Maltesers ones. Nice espresso. I would say Juventus are basically Notts County. Because the story is Juventus used to play in pink and black. That's why their away kit is sometimes pink and black. Pink with a black star. A lot of the time. But they needed they needed a kit for a game, and one of the players that played for Juventus played for Nottingham, so he got his local team, Notts County, to supply the kits for Juventus. Hence why Juventus play in black and white. So big up to Juventus. Big up to Notts County. Big up to you all. Galaxy Minstrels one with some roses. Ooh. I'm going to buy Mickey her Valentine's Day present tomorrow. I'll buy it tomorrow. Newcastle, Juventus, and Partizan Belgrade. All same shit colours. I don't mind the black and white. I don't mind it. Notts County as well. Notts County. Plenty of teams playing black and white. Udinese playing black and white as well. Udinese playing black and white. There's loads of teams that play in black and white stripes. It's just like there are only two teams that play in blue and white, and that is Tottenham Hotspur and the team they took that colour from, which is, of course, Preston North End. So the reason Spurs play in Preston North End is because we quite like the look of Preston North End's kits. So big up to Preston North End. So they were. I haven't yet. How are they yummy? Ooh, it's Stuart's asking the difficult questions this morning. Stuart, don't ask. Skunks are pretty popular model for football kits. Big up. Minstrels are yummy though, aren't they? Everyone knows minstrels are delicious, but you've got to do it. You've got to eat minstrels the right way. You got to eat minstrels the right way, which is you put the minstrel in your mouth and you let the candy shell melt, and then you let the delicious chocolate. That's how you eat a minstrel. I don't believe in this scoffing your minstrels. I do love minstrels. Minstrels are delicious. Although I think I preferred counters. I really like the counters, which are basically minstrels without the hard shell. Minstrels, I think the counters are better, personally, because they were softer. Big up Hajduk Split in Croatia. Big up to everyone. Barcode FC, indeed, they are. Minstrels are delicious. Yeah, you've got to eat minstrels the right way. You've got to enjoy your minstrels. They are the OG, but I think I prefer counters. I do like them both. The question is, are you a minstrels person or are you a Maltesers person? Because I prefer Maltesers to minstrels. I think Maltesers out of a cardboard box, like you were going to the theatre, are the most delicious chocolate. Mass produced, that is. We can argue this, Kate. I'm happy for you to come on and have this argument, because I like arguing with Auntie Kate about things that don't matter at all, which is chocolate. Ooh, Kate's a Maltesers gal as well. I love Maltese. Out of a cardboard box, they are miles better. Miles better. Definitely, they are miles better. I love wagon wheels. Not for me, wagon wheels, but they have got their place. They have got their place, wagon wheels. I prefer... So my favourite biscuit is the Fox's half and half biscuit. The one that's half chocolate digestive and half chocolate chip cookie. Those are the best biscuits. They are the best. I'm sorry. They are the best. Can we show to our American colleagues Fox's biscuits? Can we do what they called? Fox's biscuits. I'm actually FBC. Fox's Burton's. Oh, what? Biscuits range. They are in the fabulous range. Fabulous. Which ones are it? Here it goes. Here it goes. I can't believe I'm Googling biscuits. I don't like wagon wheels, especially jammy ones. I love fig rolls. Jam tarts are lovely. A jam tart is lovely. Who doesn't like Maltesers? That if you don't like Maltesers, please let yourself be known so I can unfriend you. I'm talking about these ones. When it comes up on the screen. These are my favourite one. The Fox's half-coated cookies. These are my favourite biscuits on the planet. These are my favourite biscuits on the planet. They are exceptional. They are my favourite. I do like Tim Tams. But I do think a Tim Tam is just a penguin. But I like them both. A Tim Tam is a penguin with an Australian accent. Tim Tams are still very good. We had this taste test. We had penguins versus... they are lush there. Can't beat shortbread. I do love shortbread. See, I've been scarred by dry as hell cookies over the years that look just like that. I don't know what's so funny. They are. Penguins and Tim Tams are very similar. I would say Tim Tams are slightly sweeter from what I remember. I'm going to have to do the Tim Tam versus Penguin challenge, aren't I, again? For God's sake, I'm going to have to do it again. I'm not complaining because I love Tim Tams and I love penguins. Not the orange ones. I hate the orange. No, I don't like the orange penguins. Just a regular penguin. Nothing beats Viennese biscuits are good as well. Viennese biscuits are very good. Very good. But Fox's Burtons, they must have had a merger recently. I didn't realise they were a merger. Fox's Burtons, what are the brands now? Oh dear. Who bought who? Oh, so Ferrero bought them all. So Ferrero bought Burtons, who have then bought Fox's. Jesus. Ferrero Rocher just own everyone. Mars. So they're all part of Ferrero. That's just a bit. It's a bit too much, isn't it? Trio. I don't mind a trio, Ryan. They're not that bad. I don't know. I haven't seen a trio in years. Big up, Esank. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Trio still... I think trios are still about. Can't Ferrero buy our club? Wouldn't it be lovely? The problem is, I believe Ferrero are partially... who owns Ferrero? Who owns Ferrero? No, it's still owned by the Ferrero family. Giovanni Ferrero owns a 75% stake in the company. And Ferrero have bought Thornton's, Eat Natural, and Fulfill. And Ferrero also own Kellogg's. They also own Kellogg's. So that they own part of... They must own... What companies do Ferrero own now? Burton's Biscuit Company, Kellogg's. They own a lot. They own a lot. I love Ferrero chocolate. I love Ferrero. I love Kinder. Sent me a goodies from the UK. And okay. Not everything. They try. My dad was doing some work with them, and they wanted to buy something, and they didn't get it. They don't own everything. They don't own everything. Rocher up front, big up. Good to see you, Ghosted as well. Good to see everyone. Good to see everyone. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Kinder is great. Kinder chocolate. A bit sweet. Kinder is much better in Europe than it is in the UK, though. If you ever go to Italy and you see one of those big Kinder eggs that you get for Easter, they are sublime. They are sublime. No, I like a picnic. There's nothing wrong with a picnic, Rockspurs. Depends what you have in your picnic. I need to know what your picnic is before I tell you I like your picnic or not. A picnic is good. I like my challah rolls, but that's because I'm part of the faith. I do love challah. I'll have this argument with anyone that wants to come on and have this argument. I will argue with anyone that challah is the best bread. It is the best. I'm sorry. Challah is the best. It's best for French toast. It's best for sandwiches. Challah is just amazing. It's amazing. It's sweet, but it's savoury. It's got this lovely, chewy texture to it as well. It's lovely and airy. Challah is amazing. Challah French toast is the best. Some good bread. I like sourdough, but leave it out. I can do without sourdough in my life. Big Mac challah makes the best French. It does make the best French toast. 100%. Yes. Yes. Depends what you're having in your picnic, Rockspurs. I like a picnic. I've had many a picnic at Whipsnade Zoo. Big up to Whipsnade Zoo. If you know, you know. Big up to Whipsnade. I miss going to Whipsnade. Whipsnade was good. Whipsnade was a very, very good zoo. Still is. I'm more of a Warburton's farmhouse man for perfect eggy bread. Okay. I am not a Warburton's man. I do like Warburton's though. For me, if I'm getting council edition bread, it's got to be Hovis. Council edition, 100% council edition Hovis. It's just the best. They don't sell the bread anymore. Oh. Interesting. I'm not sure about the picnic chocolate bar. I'm just talking about picnics. I love a picnic. You got to preface. You got to preface this because a picnic is an event. It can be many things. They don't sell the council edition bread. The only thing that's close to it is Hovis. But picnic bar. Okay. No, not the biggest fan of a picnic bar. But big up to you, Rockspur. Big up to you. See, this is what we want to talk about other than Spurs. Yes, I know we won't have the most viewers, but we'll have fun. And we'll be happy. We won't be miserable anymore. They don't sell council edition bread anymore. The really shit quality stuff used to. Does anyone remember? Who remembers when Percy Ingle was a big thing? There used to be a Percy Ingles everywhere. This was before Greggs took off, really. Greggs existed, but Percy Ingle was sort of before. The sandwiches that they made at Percy Ingle, they used the worst quality bread, and it always used to get stuck at the top of your mouth. Bring that type of bread back. So crap. It's what Peter Kay says. It was shit, but it were good. It was shit, but it were good. It's like Bullseye. Picnics are good. I like Snickers bars. I prefer Snickers to Mars. I do like a Mars bar, but a Snickers bar just does it more flavour. Star bar, okay. Big up, Star bar. Loved Percy Ingles. Or if you are an Essex boy, Spray's Bakery was also very good. I used to love Spray's Bakery. Spray's was our version of Percy Ingle in Essex. They were everywhere. There was one in Debden. There was one in Loughton. There was one in Buckstill. There were Sprays bakeries everywhere. They just went boom. When the meal deal took off. That was the end of Sprays, unfortunately. It's a shame. I miss it. Good afternoon, young Ben. Big up, Mr. Barbaric. Good to see you, sir. Percy Ingles still one in Romford. Okay. Big up to Percy Ingle. Maradona Napoli shirt. The best kit was the Fiorentina Nintendo kit. Batistuta on the back. That's my favourite Italian kit. It's not that I just like it's no, I don't like a chocolate. Oh, look, I don't like a fruit and nut bar. But the Snickers has the caramel, it has the nougat, and it has the. I think it's a really good balance. It's not marathon anymore, buddy. No, Milky Way is too sweet for me, personally. Really good. For me, Milky Way is too sweet. I love Milky Stars. The Milky Way stars are delicious. I would say Snickers bar is a very, very good chocolate bar. Vindaloo. Half price season tickets. There won't be half price, mate. Beer plus pie eating contest. You'll love the championship, Benjamin. Just remember to take a helmet at the away. They love chucking pies. Someone chucks a pie at me, I'm eating it, mate. I'm happy to have pie. Free pie is always good, mate. I prefer marathon to Snickers. Boo! Yes, get a chocolate bar, mate. Learn to duck, my friends. Big up to you, sir. Milky Way made with dark chocolate is very good. Okay. Star bar for me. Milky Way is good too. I'm not the biggest fan of Milky Way. And it's one of the only things myself and my other half, I detest bounty bars, and she loves them. She loves bounty. I'm not enamored by the taste of coconut. There are some things that coconut is delicious in. I love a coconut cheesecake. Cheesecake with coconut grated on the top and then the raspberry, the Italian way. Delicious. Coconut and chocolate, not for me. Not for me. Wasn't enamored by a Baby Ruth bar. Wasn't enamored. I wasn't enamored by a Three Musketeers bar either. Twinkies, though, I can get behind Twinkies. Twinkies are tasty. Not a fan of bounty. Afternoon, man. Just back from allotment. Really need the free and love a Reese's bar. Big up to you, Cookie. Big up to you, sir. Hopefully you're well, sir. Good to see you in the house. Subscribe to the 2 Mark Show if you haven't. If one of my moderators can put the link for the 2 Mark Show, get them closer to 800 subscribers. I have absolutely no idea how they're not at 800 subs, but that will get them there. One of my moderators, do the thing. I should really mod Cookie as well because his partner in crime is also moderator on the channel. I'll do it. Do you like tea cakes? Bit too sweet, but I do enjoy a tea cake. I do enjoy a tea cake, but it's not necessarily for me. Very, very sweet. Used to love Twinkies as a kid, not so much now. Okay, bet it's the same price. Yeah, it will be exactly the same price. Let's do this. Can we do this? We can do this. I just lower the because I don't want to hear the sound of my own shitty voice. I hate the sound of my voice. Let's do that. Then we go the Kauffie Company. We go on to there. We find the chat. Oh, fucking adverts. Add as moderator, standard. There we go. Now we can post his link. There are plenty of people that should be moderator in here because they're just the longevity of them. This is like a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It's like, who do you choose? Who do you choose the knight? I love a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, by the way. It's really good. Let's stop it. There we go. Let's have Ian. I will knight him Sir Ian. Sir Ian of stuff. There we go. It's a couple more people. Use the power wisely, as they say. Yes. Afternoon, young cookie. The new Percy thrower. Big up. Yeah, it's good to know. That is that Hotel Alpe de Pralon in Courchevel. Really good hotel. Awfully hot room though, but really good hotel. Really nice breakfast. I want to go back skiing. I was not satisfied by my skiing trip last time, and I need a new skiing outfit because I am too fat. I am now too fat for my skiing outfit. I need to put together 150 quid so I can buy myself a new skiing suit. Best choc in the world is a Whisper. Can't beat it. Crumble it on ice cream. I like a Whisper. I think I prefer Whisper Gold, but Whisper is good. The Whisper chunks are very good on ice cream. I will agree. I actually quite like that the episodes are short because it means you enjoy them. There's no... I think... No, I'm trying not to spoil it. Well, there's no way you can spoil it because it's a book. Unless they're going to change the book, which one of the things I've really enjoyed about this, they are doing this book to the letter. Even when Egon and Dunk were having breakfast, they used goose eggs like they did in the book. They used goose eggs. They've got it. They're doing it spot on. They're doing that. They are going to the letter with that. So there's going to be no surprises. There's going to be no surprises who's involved because I think they're going word for word with the book, which is what it needed. It's what it's needed since since season 5 of Game of Thrones, when they went very close to the book, and then season 5 happened, and then they went vroom, and then that's when Game of Thrones lost its it lost a lot of it. Yeah, he is. He's very honest, and I like it. Vindaloo, Glazers out fan. Next season, I want Sandro Tonali to my club along with another midfielder. Tonali's going to Arsenal. He's going to Arsenal. My sister lives in Switzerland. I went skiing over there. Such a beautiful country. It is very, very. That sounds beautiful, Vindaloo. Got to try that one. Big up. Tell you what, Ben, my missus done a lemon meringue pie. Ooh, delicious. Lemon meringue pie. Proper decent, indeed. Anyone know it will stop bloody raining? It's about to start raining here, Blissy, to be honest. It's going to start raining in about half an hour, and then it's going to rain for the yesterday. I feel sorry for my other half that's in the north, and it's just raining constantly. I won't tell you where she is just to protect her, but she says it's raining sideways. We've got Paul Langley's in the house. Good to see her, buddy. Good to see her in the house. You don't have to avoid the intro today because you come halfway during the show, unless you really want the long intro. But big up to you, Paul. YouTube member as well. Hopefully you're all good. Yeah, I've been really enjoying A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I think I really like short episodes, and it's like reading a little comic. And Balon Targaryen's a badass. Laters have fun. The north of England has all the football trophies. Not all of them. Not all of them. but a lot more because there are a lot more big teams. But yes, there's some good teams in the North. I like the North. It's 100 years after the Dance of the Dragons, so it's about 80 years, I believe, before Game of Thrones, because Maester Aemon is alive, and I think he's at this. Maester Aemon, I think, will be in his mid-teens. I think he'll be about 16, 17. So I believe it's 80 years before Game of Thrones, because I don't know if Maester Aemon's going to be in the show. I'd hope so. Because he is integral to the Game of Thrones story. It's 100 years after the Dance of the Dragons, about 50 years after the Blackfire Rebellion, and it's about 75, 80 years before Game of Thrones Season 1. So it's a really good place to be, because you start to see the downfall of the Targaryens since 100 years after the Dance of the Dragons. They've got no dragons anymore. The realm is starting to say, you know what? These guys don't have dragons anymore to keep us in check. We're going to run roughshod over you. They're not great. These are lunatics. These are tyrants. And there are a lot more mad Targaryens than there are reasonable Targaryens. So you've got Balon, who's very reasonable, excellent. You got Maekar, who became a very good king. You got Maester Aemon, who was a very, very good protagonist in the story, really, really good in Game of Thrones as the Maester Aemon, and probably should have been king, but decided not because he wanted to fulfill his duty. And of course, Aegon, who then becomes the king, is the grandfather, is the great grandfather of Robert Baratheon through his marriage, because he married a target. He married I can't remember who he married, a Baratheon. Aegon, he marries a Baratheon, so Maester Aemon. Aegon is the grandfather of great grandfather of Aegon of Rhaegar Targaryen, but he's also the highly related to Robert Baratheon. So it's sort of, although he was a very good king in the story, his line is actually the downfall of the Targaryen family, because they started to be a bit more nicer to the small folk. So they were liked, but they also had no power. Short episode. The intro is half the show. Big up. Yeah, it's a very good prequel. Are we going to win tonight? I think hopefully we win tonight. 100 years before we come back. Indeed. I've never played Game of Thrones or watched Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. How? I love all those three things. Not a clue what you're banging on about. Sorry. I apologize. Can you start reading? I just watch YouTube videos. I watch YouTube videos reading the book. There are plenty of Game of Thrones YouTubers that are very, very good. They're very, very good. You don't want to hear Game of Thrones from me. But I'm really enjoying that season. I think it's refreshing. I think it's refreshing to go with a book accurate prequel. You know it's going to be watertight. Spurs better win their own game. And indeed, but we do need Chelsea to beat Leeds tonight, and we need Man United to beat West Ham. If Spurs can win tonight, and then those two don't get results, gives us a bit of. But I'm telling you guys, if we don't win, if we don't win tonight, sack the manager. He's got to go, because we need that new manager bounce. No hard feelings. It's slightly hard feelings, because I really believed that Thomas Frank would be a decent manager for Spurs, and he's showing to be incapable of managing a big club. It's a shame. Of course, he's not been helped. He's not been helped that he's lost his entire front line. No Sonny, Richarlison's injured, Kulusevski's injured. Madison is injured. He's lost all the goals of his team. And Johan Lang is a clown. I'll happily say it. He's a clown. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. No, they wouldn't. Yes, it does. But what's good about Game of Thrones is it's always written from someone else's perspective, especially House of the Dragon is most certainly written from someone's perspective. It's written from a supporter of the Greens perspective. Mushroom, his name was. So at least the House of the Dragon books, the Fire and Blood, it's called, and I believe it's called Fire and Blood. The actual the book that the House of the Dragon is based on. That book is written from a Green supporter's perspective, whereas the actual TV show is written from a more neutral perspective. Neutral, but leaning more towards the black side. So it's good. It's good to see those two perspectives. Watch Valhalla on Netflix, and I in the club now. Big up. I do like the partnership of Dunk and Egg. Good partnership. Bring back Harry tomorrow. He's 80. He's 80. Yeah, if we don't win tonight, we've got to sack him. We have to win tonight. Because we're not. If we don't win tonight, we're not winning against Arsenal. I don't even think we'll get a point against Arsenal. We're going to get battered by Arsenal this weekend. We can't even lay a glove on them. Too many injuries. We've got a captain that doesn't want to be there and should be stripped of his captaincy. 100%. If there are any Romero fanboys in the house, fair play to you. Nah. I'm done with Romero. I'm done with him as the captain. A lot of people complained about Sonny as captain, and I absolutely adored Sonny. And I did, towards the end of his captaincy, I started to not agree, but maybe he wasn't the man to be the captain, more of a club captain, but maybe not as a team captain. Sonny's miles better captain than Romero is. Miles better. More experienced in that role. The players all loved him. He was able to I think Romero is just a mercenary. I think he's a mercenary. I don't think he's a captain. If we need to fight relegation, only Gallagher and Paulinho are to be trusted. No confidence in any other. I agree. Bro, Spurs have a whole team injured out. Sure, but they've still got to put in performances. They're not performing. They're not performing. That's the problem. It's not like that. I would, if I'm closer to agreeing with you, but we finished 17th last year. So are they underperforming, or is this their level? Question mark. Because I think our front line at the moment is championship level at best. Solanke's no good. Tell is awful. Odegaard was a championship player. I love Xavi Simons as a player. I think he's going to be excellent. I think Xavi Simons is going to be excellent. We haven't got any other attackers. Our attackers are championship level. Both centre-backs don't want to be there. They don't. And both of egos, they can't cash. I think I agree with you. Complains that there aren't any players and then gets himself sacked. And then he complains that we got no players. Newcastle time, Gallagher and Solanke, Xavi Simons, Jacob Ramsey and Paulinho. I don't know what you mean by that. Do important job on your behalf. I really think we're overperforming. No, Michael. Big up to you. Good to see you in the house. No. I don't think he is. let's go through the centre backs that Spurs have had in the last few years. Is Romero? Let's go through it. Is Romero as good as Ledley King? Answer that in the chat. Is Romero as good as Ledley King? No. No. Is Romero as good as Toby Alderweireld? No. Is Romero as good as Jan Vertonghen? No. Is Romero as good as Jonathan Woodgate was in his prime at Spurs? No. I don't even think Romero... If you gave me the choice now, who would I rather have in this Spurs team? Romero or Michael Dawson? I'm picking Michael Dawson. Because I know what I'm getting from Michael Dawson. I know what I'm getting from him. Leadership, able to defend, charisma. I'd rather have Michael Dawson in the team. I want my centre-backs to be consistent. What? As a centre-back, he's better than him, but Eric Dyer in his pomp was very, very good when he was at centre midfield. Yeah, it might be 10 years, but that's not saying a lot because we've been crap for 10 years. I'm having Jose Mourinho, Toby Alderweireld over Romero. I'm having Toby Alderweireld on his way down over Romero because it was consistent. Didn't make that many mistakes. See, I don't think... No, Woodgate was quality. Woodgate and King was quality. If he didn't have those injuries, he'd be up there. Is he better than Brian Hill? Is Romero better than Brian Hill? Here we go.
Is he better than Brian Hill?
Yes, he's better than Brian Hill. Vuskovic is a monster. I don't think he'll be at Spurs next year. I think Bayern Munich will table 100 million quid offer for him. I think we'll get Bayern Munich. Which will be a shame because I think Vuskovic I think he's the real deal. I think he's the real deal. I know he said he wants to stay at Hamburg next year as well because he wants to play with his brother for a season. I disagree. Vuskovic has got to be in the Spurs team next year. Because I think Romero will be... Vuskovic needs to be in the team next year. I think he's got to be in the team next year. He's a monster, that kid. He's an absolute monster. Really enjoyed watching him play for Hamburg. Shirley, but good to see you, Shirley. Hopefully you're well. I have a theory that our squad is not capable of playing midweek games since same as UFC, Palace, when in Europe, this always crumble. We need big squad to play 2-3 games a week. Sure. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Play with his brother. This is not the school playground. Tell him that. I agree. I agree. Whatever he wants, I would probably say no. Vuskovic needs to be told, you are going to be the future. He needs to be told that the hat's going to be on him. I agree with you in part, Stuart. I agree with you in part. He has all the abilities to be one of the best players in the world, Romero. But he's so inconsistent. He's so inconsistent. 1 week he's a 7 out of 10. Next minute he's a 1. You can't have that as a centre-back. Centre-back has to be a 6 out of 10 every single week. a centre-back needs to be good every single week. That's the best centre-backs. Look at Gabriel and Saliba. 8 out of 10 performances every week, every week, every week, every week. That's what you want from your centre-backs. Romero believes he's a striker. It's not acceptable. He talks shit about the board. I'm happy for players to go at the board, but then perform on the pitch. He doesn't perform. Big up, Angus. Good to see you. 2 weeks. It's your funeral. Hopefully those 2 weeks we have a few players back. We won't. But good to see you, Angie. Grab your cup of tea. Big up, Paul Stewart. Big up, Paul Stewart. No, sell Romero for 60, 70 million this year. We'll get 60, 70 million. If we played Romero, he'd score more goals. No. But the problem is, Ben Viskovic will still have a ton of shite around him. I agree. Mascara is a better player than Romero because when he's playing, he's more consistent. I don't think he's better, but he's certainly more consistent. He is our team, calls out the club. If you're going to call out the club, though, Michael, perform. Because he calls out the club and then puts out a stinker and gets sent off again. Most sent-off player in the history of Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. Not acceptable. Not acceptable, really. Mark Guehi, see, top defender. Top defender, Mark Guehi. Top defender. Big fan. Big fan of Mark Guehi. Good defender. That's what you want. You probably will still batter us. That's why we have to win today. No, players rate Romero as well. Players rate Romero as well, but he's not consistent. And you need your centre-backs to be the most consistent players on the pitch. I don't care that my centre-backs score goals, to be honest. I don't care that my centre-backs score goals. I want my centre-backs to keep them out because that's what they do. That's what their job is, to stop goals going in. I want my centre-backs to defend. I don't want my centre-backs scoring goals. If they do score goals, brilliant. But their job is to keep them out. And that's why I hate modern football. Defenders should only be judged on clean sheets. I want him to keep clean sheets. Argentina, that's it. I like him. I think he's a good player. But he's not as good as people think he is. Angus, I want Ugarte, Casera, Belieber, and Sandro Tonali. Tonali's going to Arsenal. Tonali's going to Arsenal. I want him to keep clean sheets. That's what every defender, and I played defender. Defenders should only care about keeping clean sheets. That's what defenders care about. The best example of that is when I hate saying it, Jens Lehmann. Arsenal won 6-1. I think it was like 5 or 6-1 against someone. And Jens Lehmann smashed up the changing room. And Thierry Henry was like, why are you so angry, Jens? We've just won 6-1. He said, you won 6-1, but I fucking conceded a goal. Defenders and goalkeepers should care about clean sheets. That's the only thing they should care about, keeping the ball out the back of the net. They shouldn't be thinking about their XG, goals. Exactly. Defenders should love to defend. That's why I like a player like Lewis Dunk. Lewis Dunk's not a good footballer. Loves to defend. Loves defending. Yep, Frank's got to go. I'd agree with that. He's got to go. It's his foot. He's looked over it. You do indeed. It's not worked. It's not worked. But Romero should be focusing on staying on the pitch. Staying on the pitch. because he's now been sent off more than any other Tottenham players in the Premier League era. Stay on the pitch, be a leader, stop conceding goals, defend properly. Defend properly. Yep, Dan Burn, good defender. Love a Dan Burn in our team. John Terry, another one, loved to defend. Threw his body on the line. He does, but he's benefited on the fact that Arsenal play like the way Arsenal do at the moment, which is keeping it very tight at the back, winning clean sheet, getting clean sheets, scoring from set pieces. You can defend, you can control set pieces. They love scoring set pieces, but I bet Gabriel doesn't give a shit about how many goals he scored. I bet he's happy, but I bet Gabriel only cares about clean sheets. Clean sheets are what a defender should live for. That's what defenders should live for. That's what defenders should live for. Clean sheets, not conceding, pride in defending. It's what Spurs need. Tight at the back, efficient with the... I think Spurs are not too terrible at set pieces at the moment. Arsenal started scoring goals because teams are so... teams are so desperate to not concede from set pieces. They've forgotten that Arsenal have supreme firepower in the middle of the park. Some incredible firepower. Getting goals. They score goals. Romero is Romero. Take it away. You do not have Romero. We might have a good defender, though. I want my defenders to be able to defend. I'm a bit old school in that regard. I like defenders like defending. Yeah, defenders can be technical, bring the ball out the back, move the ball into midfield. Okay, I like it. But if you're doing that and then not doing your job, I'm not happy. I'm not a happy man. But how much is my ticket for tonight? How much is my ticket for tonight? I can't see how much my ticket for tonight was. I believe it's category B. So I believe it's £70 for the ticket tonight. That's what I believe the ticket is. So correct me if I'm wrong, everyone. I believe my ticket is category B, so it'd be 70 quid. I want my defenders to be able to defend for that money. And I know it's sort of going back, it's going a bit too simple, and I know it's very simple. Gabriel loves it. He does. He does indeed. Big up. Kai Havertz is a good footballer. I know we all thought it was a waste of money, but he's got an X factor to him. When you need him to score, he always pops up. Champions League final against Man City. I've come to the conclusion that Romero is he is a very poor. No, but Sergio Ramos loved to Sergio Ramos was a good defender. First and foremost, Sergio Ramos was a good defender. He was a good defender. Very good defender. Him and Pepe were terrifying at the back. They were a wall. They were a wall at the back. Of course, they had Marcelo to the left. Oh, who was playing right back? Who was playing right back for Real Madrid? So it would have been Marcelo, Pepe, Ramos, and who would have been the right back? I can't remember. But many right backs at Real Madrid. Maybe Arbeloa. Maybe Arbeloa. I think it's later that Arbeloa came in because he came there from Liverpool. They still won it though. I'm not going to go into corruption because I really don't. Let's not get in trouble. 6 million. Yep, he scores again. Carvajal, that's the one. Carvajal for many years. Lemens is a good keeper. He's not as good as Courtois. I think Courtois has been one of the best goalkeepers in the world for many, many years. But you're allowed to disagree. I think that's the beauty of life, isn't it? That we can have a discussion. Ramos, Ronaldo, Benzema. What a team. What a team that was. I still talk about it. Don't get me on the Luka Modric argument because I'll argue all day long. I'm such a Luka Modric fanboy. I'm such a Luka Modric fanboy. I think that I was mesmerized. So Modric joined in 2008, just before the Euros. I was mesmerized by how good Luka Modric was. I loved watching him play football. Watching Luka Modric was a joy. He made football look so easy. It's the same thing with Michael Carrick as well. I loved watching Michael Carrick play. I loved watching players like Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick made football easy. Modric made it easy. I loved Modric at Spurs. I absolutely loved watching him play. Spurs missed Modric more than we missed Bale after that. Modric was the key. It is fair, indeed. Donnarumma and Alisson. Donnarumma, Alisson and Raya are the three best keepers in the league. Casemiro was very important, but they didn't do too badly, them two, did they, without him? Toni Kroos is another quality footballer. Many players can't say they had a Ballon d'Or. Modric got a Ballon d'Or in the era of Messi and Ronaldo, as did Kaká when he was at AC Milan. I know it's towards the end of their reign. Modric was phenomenal in that 2018 World Cup. He was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Him and Perisic ruined England. England should have won that game, 100%. But when you've got players of that quality, you can win any game of football. That's the beauty of having clutch. You need to have clutch players in your team. Verbruggen is a good player. He's a good player. I've said this all along, Paul. Spurs don't need world class at the moment. Spurs just need better. We need better players. We need better players. We need a better left back. We need a better right back, in my opinion, as much as I like Pedro Porro. And the reason he's probably not had his best season is because he has had to play 1,300 minutes. Far more than anyone else has had to play because of the injuries. And now he has got injured as well because he's been playing far too many times. And Thomas Frank and, of course, the previous manager, Ange, didn't sign a right back that could compete with him or a left back that could compete with Udogie so Spence could play right back. So that's to do with the board. That's to do with everyone. So that's why he's got injured. Spurs need better players. We need better players. Our forward line is shit. Our forward line is shit. Like, dreadful. Except for when Kudus is there. But I don't think Kudus is the greatest player in the world. As much as I love watching Kudus play, we can get so much. We can get better players. I think Simmons is quality. I think Simmons is going to be quality. But we need better players. We need better players. I love Conor Gallagher as a player. He doesn't stop running. We need more players like that. Good to see you, Marios. Thank you for the €1 super chat. Big up to everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support, everyone. If you want to donate to the channel, all proceeds go towards me buying stupid things like ski suits, chocolate bars, I'm not using it for anything, but if you do wish to support the Kauffie Company, you can go to the Kauffie Company website and you can buy our coffee, because that's the best way of supporting the Kauffie Company. Buying our coffee. It's very good. Maybe we need I think our number 8 is going to be Conor Gallagher. We need another one. We need a number 8 that can pass the ball about. We need a Moussa Dembele type player. We need a Modric. We need someone who's going to get their foot on the ball and pass the ball. But most importantly, we need a left winger. We need a striker. We need a who do you think will get Player of the Year in this season? I think Player of the Year will go to Declan Rice, personally. I think Declan Rice will be Player of the Year. Porro being played out of position as a wing-back. I don't think he's good enough going forward to be a wing-back. Yeah. He really does enjoy Spurs. Kudus is fun to watch, but wasteful. I think it's because he hasn't got good forwards around him. We need so many players. I doubt it, to be honest. We would have done better. I think as good as that generation was, that 2002 England team was up against Brazil with Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Lucio, Maicon, the players in that team. The players in that 2002 Brazil team were exceptional. Maybe the 2006 World Cup we should have done better at. Possibly. But again, I think there were better teams around in 2006. I think they were top quality players, but they weren't a top quality team. And that's why you need a few players like a Michael Carrick. You need a few players that are more... What you see is what you get. Too many superstars is not a good thing. We're not the Galacticos. Player of the Year for me right now is Bruno Fernandes. No, it's going to be either Gabriel or Declan Rice for me. Personal opinion. England Golden Generation 2002 to 2008. We should have done better in the Euros in 2004 when Greece won it. But again, we were up against a very decent Portugal team. But we should have done better. 2006, we should have done better. 2010, the players thought they were better than what they were. But saying that, I'm a Mr. Capello fanboy, so I'm always going to support Mr. Capello. I think he's a top man. Who wins Player of the Year when Arse crumble and City wins the league? It'll probably be someone from Manchester City if they win the league. Okay, no problem. But on that note, everyone, I'm going to wrap the show up there. We will be back tomorrow for our reaction to Spurs probably getting beaten by Newcastle. Fingers crossed we win. Fingers crossed we win. Otherwise, I don't know what to say. If we don't win tonight, I want a new manager tomorrow. I've said this for a while. If we don't win tonight, we need a new manager bounce. Because that's the perfect time to change your manager. You've got 2 weeks to prepare. 2 weeks to prepare with a new manager, new setup, new system. Get the players fighting and ready again. If we don't win tonight, you change the manager now. Because we don't know. We can seriously... Leeds are playing Chelsea and West Ham are playing Man United. So hopefully Chelsea and Man United get a win tonight and we can get through. Yeah, we have to win. If he doesn't win, sack him. Maybe not. We have to roll a dice. You have to roll the dice, Jason, because nothing's working. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Hopefully we get a win. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, everyone, if you smell what the cough is brewing, thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. Then when I'm